She was and still is to this day, the first and only female general manager, vice president, and legal counsel of a professional football team.
Alright, I'm done. Get myself settled. Alright, I'm done. Welcome to Play Under Review. I am your host, TheAce513, and thought it was gonna be a little switch up. Well, how about this? If you like my switch ups, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to this channel. We're still in the month of Women's History Month, so make sure you continue to check out the trivia videos that I'll post. This week, I'll have one more trivia video that I will post for Women's History Month, but this time it's going to be on Tuesday. The reason why it's going to be on Tuesday this week is because Wednesday, I am going to have something else to close out Women's History Month. It's going to be something real special, so tune into that once I drop it, and you will be completely in on the journey. So we are back. I said we back, right? All right. So we are back on this journey with another barriers-breaking edition. This time I will be talking about a woman who had more of an upper management position in the NFL, and she goes by the name of Susan Spencer. Now with Susan Spencer, I will briefly talk about a little bit on her background as far as her education, the experience that she had working in a male-dominated area, and while I believe she's an NFL underappreciated legend. Now, Susan Spencer became the NFL's first and only woman general manager in 1984 with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, at this time, it was actually a trifecta with her working as the Eagles vice president, legal counsel, and acting GM. Her position represented the senior ranks when it came to football employment. So prior to working with the Philadelphia Eagles, she went to Boston University where she earned her BA in history. Not too long after that, once she got that, she went on to Hofstra University where she earned her master's in history / economics. Fast forward even more down the line, a couple of years later, she went to law school where she earned a law degree from Villanova University. Now, during the time that she was attending Villanova University, she heard about the issues the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles was having as far as managing money, a lot of mismanagement going on, a lot of gambling going on. So she had offered her services to the owner as legal counsel once she graduated from Villanova. Keep in mind that the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles was actually her father. So working under her father, she was eventually elevated to the role of vice president and active general manager, along with her still being the legal counsel for the Philadelphia Eagles. And in this case, it was not a surprise given her educational background and fantastic acumen. So as a general manager, she didn't really play a role in football talent, but she played a role in managing all the money. So her role included control of all spending, negotiating and signing any contracts, and also cost-saving money management strategies or cost-cutting measurements. And it was some of her cost-cutting measures that aggravated some of the egos of the people around her, given the fact she was working in a stereotypical male-dominated environment. So you could imagine there being a couple complaints about, this woman being in charge of, how any of the money within the organization is spent. So Spencer often at times was at odds with, the then head coach Dick Vermeil, fans, and players for her cost-cutting measures. And some of these measures included one of the first measurements included changing the press's meals. Before they were being served filet mignon, and she changed that to hot dogs. And I'm just kind of laughing at this because I'm like, why are the press getting filet mignon? But that's neither here nor there. So she changed the menu to a cheaper menu. She upped the sales or upped the price of tickets for people to purchase. So you can imagine the fans were unhappy with that. She also changed the jumbo jets that they had to smaller regional jets. With anything that needed to be purchased at all, you had to come to her for a signature approval. So it was tension, I can imagine, felt within the organization with some of the people at the fact that this person has all this control and this power. So it was times where, they would have luncheons or they would have presentations where she would walk in a room and people would actually get up and boo her. And even despite being the owner's daughter, there were still cases of sexual harassment that she had to deal with in the workplace. One example I briefly read about was a time where a trainer had called her into the locker room, and when she came in the locker room, players pretty much naked with, the only exception being a towel. When she walked in there, players dropped their towels in front of her. Though this shouldn't happen at all, when it happened, I was reading about it, and they said pretty much she went up to one of them and was like, "That's it." Right. Even though it was a necessary thing to do at work, the fact that she handled it that way, wow. So despite the disappointing actions around her, she never let that stop her from doing her job. This aspect of her kind of ties into what I will remember about her from doing my research. She seemed like a woman that would unapologetically speak her mind, and seemed like men around her had a problem with her doing that. But, despite the fact, she never let anybody stop her from speaking her mind. She actually stated in one interview that in order to be a woman working in a sports office dominated by men, you have to have thick skin. And I think she was a prime definition of that. So, thank you all for tuning in. This has been my review on Susan Spencer. Like I said, be looking out for the women's trivia. This time it's going to be on Tuesday. And be looking out for something special that I'll be dropping on Wednesday. And also next week, we'll be diving into another NFL underappreciated legend by the name of Sam Mills. So until then, take it easy.